Note to self, grind the paint on both surfaces, front and back. Otherwise, you may start a fire. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. This is just going to make life so much more enjoyable out here during the summer. Kind of kicking myself. So anyways, just finishing up the trim around these front windows. That's all I have left for all this. The Hardie board, it just, the dust it kicks up, it just gets on everything. It's not fun stuff to cut, and it dulls your blades really fast, so I'm just glad it's going to be over with real soon. So let me finish this up.
Look outside, painted skies, here comes the light. It's in your eyes, and it pulls the ocean tides. Feel the cold of night. The fire burns inside you, holding on so tight.
Today we have a bunch of different things going on, like always. I'm just working on painting the front here. Spencer did get all of the trim done on the house, which it's looking great, seeing it all nice and finished. And we also need to plant the vines on the outside of our master bathroom now that we have that trellis installed. Yeah, just as far as the colors of the house, I could not be happier with how it's all turning out. I just love how clean and bright it all looks. Like whenever we put this overhang on, I was a little worried because obviously it blocks some of the light that can come in through the front door. But now making this white, it's already so much brighter. I can't even imagine once we can paint the containers and when we get this tongue and groove on the ceiling up here. It's just gonna look so good.
Quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Ken's is painting, I'm having the fun task of getting our TV mount up here on the wall. I'm just right now kind of just figuring out where it's roughly going to lie. The only downside of this right now is I don't have finished surfaces, so I'm just kind of calculating what I think is going to be there. On top of that, I'm also going off of average size TVs, which for this space and distance, I think we're going to go with either a 55 or maybe a 60-inch TV. I don't know, probably a 55. So that being said, yeah, I'm just finished figuring out where I need the TV mount to be, and then I'm actually going to be welding this to the container wall. That length looks okay. I'm just trying to get this set up so I can keep the generator outside and not have to breathe carbon monoxide. Because I hear that stuff's bad for you. nice. Plug it in right next to where I need to work. Note to self, grind the paint on both surfaces, front and back. Otherwise, you may start a fire.
So now that Spencer has this TV mount welded up there, I'm going to move in here and start working on something that I've wanted to do for such a long time now. Plus, he's gonna be over there working on the electrical above the front porch. So, you know, we don't wanna both be in the same small space working, so that's why I'm gonna come in here. So what I'm going to start doing is working on this accent wall. The gray color outside on the containers is just going to be continuing in onto this wall in our living room. So when you're sitting on the couch and you look outside and you see the gray container, you know, it makes it just seem like it continues on into the inside, thus bringing the outside in, if you will. I just can't wait to brighten this up a little bit because this dark blue in here just makes it so dark.
Sure.
Look at this. This is from those dirt daubers coming up and running into the house. All right, come on in. I'm not done, and this is just the first coat.
Missed a couple spots. Looks good.
Seeing this room in the daytime now, it just looks so darn good. Like walking in here and just having all the light flood in through the windows and bounce off of this lighter wall now, it looks beautiful. And I love how you can see the wall outside, the container wall, continue into here. I just feel like it's such a unique feature that not many homes have, and I think it's so cool. I'm really glad that we were able to do that because, you know, the addition was never in the original plan, so we weren't too thrilled with having to cover up this container wall from the outside to begin with. So being able to keep it exposed inside is it's huge. It looks so good. But I still have a little bit of painting to do just around the stickers, but I need a smaller brush for that. Everybody always wants to say my brush is so small, so yeah, I need a smaller one. The first of the 4 doors are complete. This takes so long to do because of painting around all of the seals and the hardware. Whenever we painted the containers blue, we had all the hardware off because we were fixing all the rust and everything, but yeah, that just takes way too long to do, and we're not gonna do that again. So now I have to paint all around it. So it's just a very time-consuming process. And Spencer is almost done with the ceiling over here above the front porch.
So I'm just finishing up some trim pieces along this far side, but I cannot wait until we get a light up here, because it's just gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna just be weird having a light up here.
I know, right? That's something that finished homes have. Turn on their front porch light.
I don't know, it just doesn't feel real to me.
Sometimes it feels like we have a never-ending and ever-growing to-do list, so it feels good to finally see so many small things being checked off. I try to remind myself that even though it sometimes seems like we'll never be done, that all of this will just be a distant memory one day. That's why we like to celebrate the small wins and try to remind ourselves to sit back and actually relax every once in a while.
Okay, so this morning what I'm working on is running this front deck boards through the planer, because whenever we initially built this, we didn't have the planer and I just sanded it. It looked okay, but never like quite what I wanted to, that finished look. Nothing compared to the quality of the back deck. So what I'm going to be doing is just unscrewing them real quick, running the top surface through the planer, and then reattaching them. Shouldn't take too long, but we'll see how this goes.
Right now we're just continuing to work on the front of the house, just trying to finish some things up, but I just noticed something. Someone got hungry in the middle of the night, it looks like. Well, I didn't think it could get worse.
It always can get worse.
Are you still gonna wear it?
No, I would if the straw didn't poke my head while wearing it.
Can you turn it around? Look at that, I just solved the problem.
No, the problem is I need a new straw hat.
What did you do? Why do you have to destroy everything? You're so darn cute, but this is not good.
And in other news, the weather today. What does it feel like, Spencer? He thinks I'm crazy, but I swear, from being outside all the time, for years, we're constantly out here, I can feel the change of the season approaching. I know we're not in fall yet, but I just can feel the earth tilting. I'm serious, you don't feel this? It feels lovely. So Spencer's just working on boxing in this front post because we love the way it turned out on the back porch. It looks really nice. So that's what he's gonna start doing here, and I've got myself a new paintbrush. So I can really be detailed in my work. Spencer was getting some wasp for me, and he leaned up into some paint.
That was just on the ladder.
He thinks I set a booby trap up.
Yeah, there was a puddle of paint just on the step of the ladder where I'm leaning up against trying to swat this wasp. Now it looks like I have a very fun stain in an inappropriate spot. So we still have some stuff up here to finish up, but it's starting to get dark and we really want to see what this whole area is going to look like lit up with this new front porch light in. So I think that's what we're going to work on.
Okay, hold on. let me get a different angle so I'm not getting your pants. Oh,
It's bright.
it looks so good.